musical lovers, rock aficionados from all around the world, welcome to another episode of Musical People and Journeys. Welcome to my rock panel, to Simon, to Trish and to Paul. How are you all?
Morning.
Yeah, morning. Fantastic.
Trish fresh from her Battle Beast stroke Serenity concert last night, which I was not well at. I missed, gutted. Good concert.
Absolutely amazing. Wasn't the same though without you.
No, well, it never is. It never is, Trish. It
never is.
Yeah, it's gutted, particularly Serenity, who his album is in our Hall of Fame and in our top what's on our top albums of the year, which is very exciting. So I kind of missed them out. But enough said of them. We are here to review the latest rock albums, the latest releases, and tell you what we think. Rate them out of 5, and will they get to a Hall of Fame? Will they get into? Because it's only 2 months away now. It's only 2 months before the door closes to our album of the year. Dun, dun, dun. Today's offering, or the first offering, shall we say, is Falling in Reverse and their new album, Popular Monster. It's kind of fitting, really, with the present company. All very popular monsters, aren't we? Falling in Reverse is an American rock band formed in 2008 by lead vocalist Ronnie Radke. I hope I pronounced that right. The band's original name was From Behind These Walls. You're shaking your head, Simon. Did I pronounce that wrong?
You carry on.
I will. Anyway, but it's quickly renamed to Falling in Reverse shortly after formation. They're currently signed to Epitaph Records, and the band has undergone numerous lineup changes, with Radke being the only remaining original member. The band is currently led by lead vocalist Radke alongside guitarist Christian Thompson and bassist Tyler Burgess. The group released its debut album, The Drug in Me Is You, in July 2011, which peaked at number 19 in the Billboard 200, selling 18,000 copies in the first week. It was certified gold by RIAA in December 2019. The band's second studio album, Fashionably Late, was released in 2013 and peaked at number 17, and the band was released a third album, Just Like You, in February 2015. The fourth album, Coming Home, was released in 2017, and now their fifth album was released in August 2024. Well, it's a shame that William has voted. It's a shame that he couldn't be with us here today. So let's take his sidekick in the rock music industry. It's Simon. Simon, what did you think of Falling in Reverse and Popular Monster?
I have a lot of mixed feelings about this album. So, several of the tracks are bangers. There's a variety on display, from the catchy All My Life, the growling Ronald, screech rapping in No Fear. There's a lot for me to like here, and something for everyone from all sorts of genres. The cover of Last Resort is alright. I majorly appreciate any band that does a cover in quite a unique style, and turning it into like a soaring ballad was a very artistic choice. And there's more great tracks too, but this is where my opinion gets slanted, because Voices in My Head hit song, but it came out in 2022 alongside Zombified that year. The title track, Popular Monster, which again, another banger, but it released in 2019 originally. I've been listening to these tracks for years now, for nearly like 5 years. Yeah, it's genuinely been such a delayed release, and yeah, they're great tracks, but you know, we're reviewing the album here, and the album feels dated when half the tracks have been out for years at this point, and it feels more like a compilation album than an actual new or progressive release as a result. So whilst I do enjoy the tracks, it does suffer from being this drawn-out release over the last 5 years.
Yeah, it's interesting because it was due to release in July. We had it down then, and then it was delayed another month into August. So, okay then, Paul. What do you think? Have you heard of Falling in Reverse? Has that been somebody that you've heard of before, or?
Well, I hadn't, but I had, if you know what I mean.
Sure.
As you're about to discover, yeah. So, I'm going to agree with the comment on Simon, but there's no doubt about it that Ronnie is an angry guy. He raps, roars, and rages his way through this album, stemming from his Checkers past when he had an altercation with his friend shot and killed an 18-year-old. Ronnie was indicted, and as he took brass knuckles along to the fight, and with his drug and rehab issues, he had a 5-year probation set, but failed to keep it up, leading to a 2-year prison sentence, where he did meet some of the members of his band that he set up. However, he also was kicked out of his existing band, Escape from the Fate, which he didn't enjoy, and there was a bit of a ruckus going back and forth with that. For a mental metalist like myself, the tracks on Popular Monster can change from the sublime to the surreal. This is his first album in 7 years, although he did do an EP 2 years ago, of which Zombified and Voices in My Head were tracks. Zombified, and this is where I had heard him, but I realised I hadn't heard him, is more well known out there as his partner Saya, an all elite wrestling professional, uses a track for entrance music. Watch and Burn was released last year, as Simon pointed out, and Last Resort is a cover of the song by Papa Roach. If you're an existing fan, there's not a lot of new material on this album. Nevertheless, this is a quality album, and will challenge you to listen to a mashup of metal styles.
Trish, Falling in Reverse, what do you think?
I didn't know that these were old tracks, so for me it was a new album. I didn't even know Last Resort was a cover, so that's how I'm reviewing it. And for me, this album is raw, personal and deep, where Ronnie is very open about time in prison, battling demons and mental health, and just wanting to be okay, but being up against the system and the control of it all. But it's done musically so cleverly, as some of the lyrics are dark. They are brought to the listener in some upbeat sounds like All My Life featuring Jelly Roll, which has the country influence in this song, with also the collaboration on Bad Guy featuring Saraya, who is Ronnie's girlfriend and also known as Paige from WWE. Trigger warning, all bangers of tracks on this album, but yes, there is that goosebump moment with Last Resort, which really hits your heart, as you can literally feel his emotion and pain. For me, this was pure genius, brilliant album. I loved it.
Yeah, it is a roller coaster of an album, isn't it? I mean, I can't remember in terms of the order, but it was just like hard hitting, smash you in your face kind of song. I can't remember which order it went. And then you had this country western song that followed by this really angry kind of another metal song, and it just confused the hell out of me. I like a mashup. I do. I like different styles, etc. as well. But I like it. I kind of like it. Some sort of stability to the album, and it was all over the place. However, saying that, it was of higher quality, wasn't it? You know, the lyricism was really kind of hard hitting. I didn't know it. I mean, I didn't know it was. I know Papa Roach really well, but Last Resort I didn't kind of pick up on that cover, which means that they did something really different with it. And so kudos on that. As you know, yeah, for me, you've got to do something different with a cover, so which is excellent. So a bit too angry in terms of its singing on occasions for me, in terms of the overall album, the feel of it, but not enough for me to go skip like I do with some albums from that perspective as well. There was a couple of songs where I go, it's a bit too grindy for me, but the lyrics kind of held you. They were I can imagine they meant a lot to some people. So yeah, high quality album. Maybe not quite at point in terms of all my sweet notes, but yeah, really good album. I think this is going to do super well. Okay, so let's find out our votes then. I'm going to get one out of the way because it's an obvious and easy 5 there. Let's be brutally honest about it. Why keep people in suspense from that go? Simon?
I gave it a 4.
You did. Paul?
Yeah, I totted back and forth between a 3.5 and 4, but I decided on a 3.5 at the end.
3.5, yeah. I was the same, Paul, exactly the same, but I ended up on a 4. So it was almost like I fell in reverse. Paul.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah. Trish.
I was with Will. I gave it a 5.
Give it a 5! Woo-hoo-hoo! Okay, bizarrely, I managed to get all the votes in for all 12 albums this month, so I can tell you where everything fitted across both review sectors. So there we go. That's interesting. Fall in Reverse got 21.5. So that give it a 4.3, which puts it in our 14th place so far this year. Puts it into the wildcard category, not an automatic place for album of the year. 32nd overall, and this month was not our top album. Not our top album. It was in second place in terms of our albums of the month. Who got that will be revealed later on in some other show, maybe. Anyway, thank you very much for listening. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Please leave your comments below, because we like to see that. Please like and subscribe. In the meantime, keep rocking, keep supporting your bands, and chill out. Bye bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.